Hello, people. Hello. This is Spirit Journey. This actually is my third audio of the day. It is now about 3:03 p.m., Wednesday, October 23rd, 2019. Yes, the last thing I was talking about was about society and how it's being changed over. I talked about the bedroom community and no sidewalks and forcing you to become more dependent on things, and now you're dependent on getting an automobile, and you lose an exercise, so you're gaining a lot of weight, eating more food because you're so stressed out. Well, I was just thinking about, again, I also talked about the Amish, the fundamentalist Mormons, and how religion is used as a program. But again, what empowers you and your community, you continue doing. But I was noticing how sneaky some things are about trends. A couple of days now, I've been seeing over YouTube these commercials on, now I don't know whether it's a movie or a TV series of some type, but it's a spoof on, I forget the term that they use, but it's about the Nazi regime, the Third Reich of Germany, and Hitler as its leader. Now, this was something they were using. They had children, and they were in a classroom, and they were it was like overly done, what was it, satire. And on the surface, they want you to think, oh, look how silly and stupid these Hitler was, or the Nazi regime was. But I feel a need to share with you my thoughts on what's going on. Why are they showing this? Well, remember I also talked in that second audio file about the white picket fence and what the white picket fence, in my opinion, what it symbolized. White supremacy, white dominion. And again, white is not necessarily a color, a race of people. It's an ideology. And anyone technically could be a white person. And anyone can be a black person. White and black in America is not a skin color. It is a code. CODE. It is a code and assignment that one is placed into at the time of birth. Anyone could be a Nazi, and anyone could be the other end of the gun of its target. Anyone. But I looked at this commercial, and it's repeating itself over and over again. See, again, about how certain programs, certain channels, certain topics are promoted through the analogs. It's saying, hey, what I'm going to promote, what I'm going to show, what I'm going to share. Why are they sharing that with me? Well, this is another trick of the enemy in its brainwashing on society. How does the enemy work? Well, sometimes what they do when they want to introduce a philosophy, they first make it seem funny, harmless, so that adults and children could watch it and laugh. I'm remembering that in the 1990s, I think it was, this movie came out, with Patrick Swayze and, oh, what's the other guy's name? Oh, it'll probably come to me. But it was the one where Patrick Swayze and these two other guys dress as drag queens. Now, I remember watching it, and I was amused. It seemed fantasyful. I didn't take them seriously. I was able to watch along and just be happy along with them. You laughed at them, and at times maybe you wanted to cry at certain points, and then they wanted you to feel that, they're not harming anyone. They just want to have fun. Hey, like us. You got to like us. We really are your friend. Well, the same as with this new YouTube commercial that they have on with the Third Reich and Adolf Hitler, a satire, real up in your face. See, it's harmless. And I'm very surprised that they're showing this. And if this Hitler was such a bad guy, why they keep digging him up? Why is it the people who were allegedly affected by this Third Reich, why are they allowing the satire of this particular era in time? A philosophy of people who did horrendous things to the elderly, because that's how they started. They say, oh, this person, oh, let's euthanize them. Oh, you're mentally retarded? You have this particular birth defect? Well, we're going to remove you from the gene pool. And they weren't stopped. And so it creeps in. It creeps in slowly and slowly. And then they took a grab on you and subjugated you, this World War II and the Nazi regime. So now they're trying to resurrect this Third Reich, using children in it, and just on the surface trying to make it like, then it's not serious. Just laugh along with them. Just like laugh along that movie with Patrick Swayze and these two other guys. See, that movie was to promote the LGBTQ agenda and to start to confuse people about their gender and wonder why people are getting confused. They introduce it as something fun, and then they get a stronghold. Where I live now, I see men, even men of the black community, dressed as women. Again, you dress how you want to dress. Okay, that is your business. And who you like sexually, so long that it is between consenting adults that's not being coerced, that's their business, and they have the right to do what they want to do. But I'm talking about that there is an agenda to transform the way you think, because see, if people want to have that alternative lifestyle, what is that going to do? Well, initially it's going to prevent further births. And maybe that's what it's all about. See, if people become confused about their gender roles or what gender they are, they're not going to be reproducing. You don't get pregnant being involved with the person of the same sex as you are. And so this could be a direct control to prevent birth. So they can't just throw you in ovens as they were doing in World War II. So, hey, they make you not desire your opposite and form a thriving family. that make you mentally confused and choose the alternative lifestyle. And they might promise you money. You get a big YouTube channel and money because you're promoting this agenda. And now, this new agenda of this Third Reich movie in a satire about World War II and Adolf Hitler. Why? Well, I'm thinking further now, like I mentioned in the second audio file that I did regarding the Amish and the fundamental Mormon church. What do both of them have in common? Well, both of these groups primarily are people of Germanic ancestry. Both groups are heavily Germanic in their genetics. And remember I talked about in the past about the secret space program? Well, President Trump made mention last year that he'll be implementing the what they call the Space Force, the United States Space Force. They're going to be going out in space. But what did I hear about this space? Well, what happens? Well, they're going to be going to other planets. What does the Mormon Church teach in their religion? Well, if you have more than one wife and have a lot of children, you get a planet of your own, aka colony. They're enticing that group because, see, they are Mormons. I mean, what do you call it? Masons, I meant to say. Mormons was formed by Masons. And what are Masons? Well, it's about a building up. And Freemasonry. People who are free, who are going to be the builders. Well, who are the unfree that's doing the building? So it's about master and slave, that religion, that fraternity. It really is about subjugating the indigenous people of this planet and taking its resources. So you have Trump, who is of German ancestry as well. And then now you have the what we call the Space Force that's being implemented. And then you have the movie that is promoting, that's doing a spoof on the Third Reich. And then these new Mormons and Amish. No, it's no one, it's not really integrated, those societies. It's completely white, virtually. Probably like 99.9% white. They're isolated in the most fertile of land. Why is that? Well, they want to keep their genetics pure so that they could maybe, I'm just speculating, I don't know. But wouldn't that be a prime candidate to take someone's genetics, human trafficking from these groups, and send them off onto these space colonies, the Space Force, and get their own planet? Hello? But they do it in stages. Stages. Because they can't just outright tell you what they're going to do. They have to always prime the next phase of the plan. Race and manifest destiny. Well, yes, they're racing and they're manifesting a destiny. And they're possibly taking these people, because again, they're encouraged to have as many children, at least the Mormons, to have as many children, and that they'll plan, that they will be receiving their own planet, their own domain. And you have the Space Force that's getting primed up and ready, possibly for them. So who's the slave and who's the master here? This is just food for thought, and that the next phase with this commercial of promoting, I feel, the Third Reich, they're going to grip down harder, and they're going to put something up there that is so shocking. It's not going to be funny anymore. They're going to get something in the next phase that's going to be serious to make you feel sorry for them, and an excuse for this expansion for their new Fourth Reich, and what it's going to do to people of color like myself on this planet. Yes, again, as I say, this is just food for thought. Thank you again for listening. Please comment below, share this audio with friends, family members, and you can just subscribe to Spirit Journey. And those of you who like this content and want to support my channel, I encourage you to do me a PayPal me. You can just click on Spirit Journey channel, and on the banner on the right hand side, you see the link to my PayPal me account. Just click on it and follow the prompts. Any amount would be appreciated. I thank you for your special gift to me, and peace and blessings to you and your family. Thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.